Hey everyone, I am Fred Magali and welcome to my sexual cave gallery. I was waiting for you here. Come closer. Wow, what a topic we have to discuss. Sex and death. This video is thanks to my mushroom trip that I had on my transformational period that was a few weeks ago, and this is the painting. My trip was related to death. I am death, death is me. I am destruction, destruction is me. I am mystic, mystic is me. This is the topic I chose to ask more questions. When I'm tripping, I'm asking questions, I'm working with information. And the music was on the background, and it was sensual music, and it was very dark at the same time. And that first song, and also it was my first visual in that trip, opened in me something very sexual. It was the first time I had sexual trip. It was like maybe 5 minutes, but because time is so distorted when you're tripping, for me it felt like a long, full process. So I was in that pose like a sphinx lying on my rock, and I felt horny, and someone came around and we started to have sex. I was in that position, and it was a guy, because I'm gay, hi, he was penetrating my ass. Sounds fun, I know, but it can't be fun without me, okay? I'm saying what I want on this channel, and we need some entertainment as well. Also, the trip told me that it's very important to have fun. Not sexual fun, but also fun like laughing. So why not? So he was fucking me. I was like, it was, wow, really like sex, but visually, and it's like full body orgasm. So we had fun in that position. And I felt that blood already is in my penis, and then I started to see visually, like I stand up, then I take that guy, everything was red around, and I start to jump on him, like now I am taking the control of the process. I was like, I was like a fucking snake. This painting, there is that guy. That's him. And where is me? That's me. Because I transformed into that worm. And we continue to have fun. I, as a worm, encircled that sexy, that unbelievably hot guy with my body. I had these claws, these teeth, and at the end I killed him. There was so much blood. He was satisfied with it. I was as well. Someone who is watching this video is thinking that I have to go to a therapist, but if it's scary for you, it's not scary for me, because I have a source of a mystique, and everything that is mysterious, evil, maybe evil is also very subjective. For you it may be evil, for me it's not. It's just my unique power. I'm working with it and I express it. That's why I decided to express it on a canvas, so I can explain better what I saw and why it's so important to analyze, especially when it's something unique, your personal, a type of information that you can get only when you are awake. This is the end of the visual. Everything was red, the center was more black. I encircled him with my body. He was enjoying, I was enjoying. We were in that connection of sexual desire, of sexual admiration. Also, when I was painting it, I turned on a video about Kundalini energy. It's sexual and feminine energy. And I was reading about Kundalini a few months ago when I came from Portugal, when I got this cobra ring. In my entire life, I didn't feel connection with serpents, with snakes. I just somehow skipped them. I was more into scorpions because I'm Scorpio. And I just felt the connection when I was on a festival that I like this cobra. I don't know why. But when I will be back, when I'll be at home, I will read about it. And I found out that cobra is Kundalini awakening. It's when you start from your base, from your Muladhara chakra, from your root chakra, and you go up through every chakra like a snake. That's when you activate all your chakras. And I think this is when I had that Kundalini feminine energy awakening. I was painting it while listening about Kundalini and how masculine Shiva energy and feminine Shakti energy are united, are connected in that sexual, or not in sexual, but mutual connection that at the end creates heat, creates warmth, creates fire. And then that serpent, in my perception, it was a worm, goes up through every chakra. Now, a very interesting part. Today, while I was again analyzing my visual, I remember that there are some animals that devour, that eat their partner. Especially praying mantises, tarantula spiders. They have some fun, they have sex, and then female eats a male. I googled animals that eat their partners. In many species, the females behave in a manner that's much more predatory. One theory posits that sexual cannibalism is what scientists call a maladaptive side effect of female aggression. Like praying mantises, they bite the heads off after mating. This is where I heard for the first time about sexual cannibalism. The killing and consumption of potential or actual mating partners in a mating context, with a dramatic ending, in my case, for that beautiful, hot, masculine guy. I encircled him and male just died. So what it says, it's important that this contradiction of traditional sex roles may be one reason why the phenomenon of sexual cannibalism has intrigued naturalists for a long time. In the context of sexual conflict, sexually cannibalistic behavior of females is a harmful trait for the males. It's important to note that there are different kinds of sexual cannibalism based on very different evolutionary scenarios. The most extreme divide exists between cannibalism before sperm transfer, which can only benefit the cannibal, and sexual cannibalism during or after sperm transfer. In my trip, everything was mutual. He wanted it, I wanted it. There was the result. Motivation of the cannibal. Because sexual cannibalism generally occurs in predators, hunger is a well-supported motivation. Many predators are food limited. In my situation, it wasn't because of hunger. I wasn't hungry. I was just sitting on my knees. The music started. I started to see the visual. He came. And I decided to allow it to go with the flow, and he just came to me. Mushrooms showed me this beautiful part of mutual connection where female energy is devouring the male. In all predatory and cannibalistic animals, mating partners impose selection on each other's abilities to avoid or resist aggression. This selection pressure is asymmetrical if one sex is physically dominant. Indeed, the differences in size between females and males often determine the frequency of sexual cannibalism, perhaps because the potential to resist a cannibalistic attack is size dependent. In our world, mostly, guys are much bigger than girls. So we don't have this comparison as, for example, spiders, because female spider is twice much bigger in size than a male. Usually males are the victims and females are the cannibals. Yet reverse sexual cannibalism has also been reported and appears to be associated with the reversed pattern in sexual size dimorphism. There is so much information. The main thing we learn from it is sexual selection and sexual conflict. Sexual cannibalism. This is what we needed to know. We know now about Kundalini, snake, to activate your chakras, and about sexual cannibalism. These two spiritual and biological types of information helped me to understand much better what I had in my visual. When I had that visual, it wasn't scary for me, because I am one of them. I am mystic, I see creatures and everything that is for you may be evil. Again, it's so subjective what is evil. For me, this is my vibe, this is my vibration, this is my type of frequency, this is what inspires me, this is what I am. And I felt pleasure, I felt desire after the trip and next day and many days after. And today I analyzed why everything was red, why it was scary but sexual. And you know what? We can see in the movies, in the TV shows, everywhere, villains are always somehow sexy. There is always something sexual in evil. I will show you some of these pictures. And maybe it's just me, but tell me in the comments if you feel sexual energy while you're looking at these pictures. I don't know why, but I feel it. Someone will tell me, oh, it's your PTSD and you're just fucked up. But I will say, I'm just mystic. The trip was named I am death, death is me. I am destruction, destruction is me. I am mystic, mystic is me. And this is my type of vibrations. Because before, I thought that, I am fucked up, everything's scary, sharp angles, nails, as psychology says, it's you try to escape from the world and you try to protect yourself because you're aggressive. But as you see, I'm not aggressive, and for the long time I tried to erase it. And I was thinking, why everything that is red, that is blood, that is aggressive, that is death, why sex and death are so connected? Because this is the representation of sex, of mutual connection, but at the same time the female energy devours the masculine, the male. Why in our society everything that is red is associated with sex? Red lipsticks, I'm wearing red today and I'm so sexual for you. Some people in psychology, they say because it's the color of our vagina, of our anal, of our penis, but I think it's all because of the blood. There is always something sexual about sacrifice. I know it sounds so bad and so wrong, but in our nature, we still have it. And sex is a very great topic, because this is the main type of energy, this is the main source to act, to go, to move, to achieve. This is our creative chakra and sexual chakra. This is where we give birth, this is where we also die, because but a child can, in the womb, can develop, and then you give a birth, or the child can die there. So it's a place of creation, but at the same time of death. Sex and death is so connected. Death, I mean something transformational. It's not only you just left the physical world, it's a change. Let's summarize what we think about sex and death. Darkness. We prefer to have sex when it's not bright, when the colors are not bright. It's similar to hunting. We find a private place. In a room, we love to fuck. In a car, in a cave, as we did as a primal beings. Something private where we can play with our victim. Where it can go much further, where you take control over that person and you say, you are mine, I own you, and I will do everything I want. Because I'm bigger, I'm stronger. There is that dominant part in every communication. Desire, red shiny objects, red food, apples, cherries. It's so sexual. Why? It's shiny. Shiny is what? And liquid. Our vagina, our penis, and blood. Music, sound, sensation, cigarettes. Cigarette is also like you're sucking a dick. Straws. Huh. Ah! Wait. When you go in a club. When a guy is buying you a drink, this is for you, with a straw. Thank you. It's so tasty, I love it. Then you are drunk, you feel your primal vibe, you want to have sex. Clubs are very sexual. I just realized it, because the lightning, it's dark, and it's maybe violet, or it's red color, or neon colors. You feel, oh, it's very sensual. And you go there in a dress, and you went there prepared, and you know that you will move, and you will have some fun. So clubs are a perfect place for having sex and death. Red and dark colors, I said, latex, leather, also very shiny. Horror, murders, guns. Guns is a dick. If I will hold it here, you will think it's my dick. Fire, light, sitting by the fire. It's also our primal connection to the times, to our ancestors, when it was warm by the fire, and having sex is also giving you that warmth. So you see in the light those, again, sensations, those moves, and there is so many stories how people saw in the flames a burning woman. She was dancing there in the flames, a goddess of a fire. So many stories. Chains, thorns, it's that control, it's that play, it's a game. Sex and death, it's a play, it's hunting, it's when you have a private session with your victim, with your partner. I am not saying that sex is so bad, it's now evil from this moment because I said it. It's death, you will die, never have sex. No, I'm just saying that there is much more about sex. It's not just having some penetration and get some result. And then, thank you, it was nice, see you later. There is much more. There is full body orgasm. There is Kundalini Cobra activation of your chakras. There is aggression. There is so many contexts in sex. This is the most powerful center that allows us to live. This is our life force. And why the fuck sex is so not allowed in the religions? Just fuck them all. Everyone who is saying, oh, sex is so bad, never talk about it, it's a secret, you know, fuck them. Because this is the main center. This is the energy that allows me to be here, to communicate with you. This is the connection. I am making this video just because I was inspired. Inspiration comes from where? From your creative chakra. Creative chakra is also sexuality. Birth, death, sex, fears, desires and fears. This is the representation. Back to our amazing mushrooms. I just want to say thank you, great nature, that you allow me to go deep into our behavior, into my inner source, and I'm giving a speech to mushrooms. No, really. There is so much to learn. There is so much about sex and I want to know it. I want to know. Okay, the battery on my camera is almost off. Last thought. There is so much to talk about because it's the biggest, I think, the biggest topic in the world. And if you have some questions, let's discuss them in the comments or message me to Instagram with your thoughts. And I will see you on my next video and we will do more about it. Thank you for watching and I'll see you. Sending you all my love. Mwah. Love you.